Good morning, everyone. It's Chris from Solstice ATR as well as Excel. You can find us on both websites on X, which used to be Twitter, Instagram, as well as Discord. Remember, we use this adaptive algorithm for the side market, up market, as well as down market. Remember to check the YouTube channel. The weekly video is for free. Smash the like, give us your commentary, let us know what you think of it. And if you want us to change the format on this video, let us know what your comments are. Let's go to the first slide, and I want to wish everybody happy Easter to all. Enjoy your long weekend. Look forward to seeing you on Discord. If you want to check the weekly, we can give you a weekly free, or on X, you can DM me to talk, to chat with me. Let's go to the first slide that I have up here. And what I did, I put the Fortune 500, S&P 500, which is the E-mini contract, not the SPY. And I wanted to show the levels from the highs to the lows that we had due to the market volatility as well as the tariff. We do have a gap here, which is on the tariff, which is 55.66. I marked it here on purpose in case we do clear the 18 simple moving average going back up if we consolidate and break up. This is a very important range, to 53.09 to hold. We were at the close on Friday at 53.16. Then after hours, we pushed to 53.26. And the 51.45 is the low of that area that we have to hold. In case we do not hold, we end up at the support. This is my own initial calculation. That's where I think support is, as well as the tariff breakout would be above the 55.66. This is very important to remember these levels because this is the consolidation in the prior years. We looked up, we came back, retested below. If this is going to be the lows that are forming in the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ, you can see in the linear regression downtrend channel, I put here an RSI in case we consolidate and get a breakout on the daily. We look for breakout of this channel in the 18 SMA, which is F3, 38%, 50%, and eventually the 61 coming back to where that consolidation was at the 5700, 5680 in order to continue higher, and that's the 250 SMA, and the 200 is in white. So let's go to the next slide. Remember, check us out at the website. Get in contact with us at either number. Give us your commentary. Let us know how we can help you to improve your trading goals and in order to make money. Let's go to the first slide that I have up here. I put on the weekly chart from 2018 till 2025. Each bar represent 1 week. I put the S&P, the NASDAQ, as well as the Dow. But what I wanted to show you is that we are in a linear regression uptrend channel. We came back to retest the backside of it. We are above the 116 simple moving average on the weekly and above the 200 and the 250. In case things go south, usually the 200 and the 250, whenever they are attacked or touched, usually sometimes we fail them, sometimes we end up touching them and reversing back, because if we end up making this bottom right here on that linear regression channel every time we touched it on the weekly and we do not retest the backside and we end up breaking out, I'm looking to clear F5, F6 to 50 SMA and coming back up on order to continuation. On the weekly, we can see that the slope is a little bit more steeper in case we create a head and shoulder. This is the shoulder. This is the inverted head. In case it doesn't come back down and it reverses back, I'm looking to clear the 38 back to the 50 on the RSI on the combination of those. So if I take it to a daily, the reason why I wanted to show you this on the weekly and the daily, to show you after the tariff where that gap was on the charts. It's right here in case we do clear it. This is the combination of those three. This is what I'm expecting. Let's go to the micro ES, the chart I had earlier. And the reason why I wanted to go back over it, and you can see that linear regression uptrend, downtrend channel in case of the breakout. And this is the last month Fibonacci retracement measured move. When we came down, we came into 138%. Bounced off the 23 after that. I consider this like a double bottom, reverting back from the mean back up. We touched the zero line where we broke down off. fell back in. But the most important thing is we have to pay attention to that 5 simple moving average. And my red and green is my 18. In case I do clear it, I'm looking for F6 on that micro ES measured move, on the monthly measured move in the S&P 500. Don't be biased, and I will show you the SPY. Let's go take a look at the SPY. It's in a similar situation, but the SPY does show you those gaps. If I zoom down a little bit, you can see that this gap after the tariff, this was the highs. In case I do break up and I come back to this back side of this area, that was a major consolidation on the weekly chart. You can see that the Fibonacci's are down here where the 50%, if I end up clearing it and clearing the 18, I'm looking a little bit higher. Let's go to the next slide, which I want to show in orange. This is the combination of the Mega 7. I have included in there Netflix in it. On Friday, the Netflix reported the earning. It was great. But what I wanted to show is Apple, Amazon, Alphabet, Google, and Google, as well as Facebook, Microsoft, Netflix, as well as Nvidia, as well as Tesla. You can see here on the combination of those instruments, what are we doing here? We are in consolidation. We look down, but we had an inside candle. If I can clear on the daily that backside of this channel and I can clear F3, I'm looking back above that combination of those 4 instruments. What I want to do, change the color here, just take it off. I want to put Microsoft here to show you something in Microsoft in the setup. Everybody's looking at this Microsoft. It's looking in a downtrend, but if I can look at it as a shoulder, this is the head. And if this shoulder is a little bit like here, it finds support. I'm looking for the revert back to the mean, to the upside, eventually to fill that F3 in the backside of this channel, or eventually F5 in the 50 SMA on Microsoft. Let's look at NFlx after the earning report. You can see Netflix is in a consolidation. It is above that downtrend channel. It is above the 50 and the 18 SMA. If I'm going to scalp Netflix to the upside, what I want to do is on the daily chart or the weekly chart, make sure that this breakout, which is the 998 and this candle here, gets a breakout. Eventually, I'm thinking it will fill the 78.2 or 80% from low to high. You get the 80% removed back in Netflix. Let's take a look at Tesla. And let's just do Tesla. And I'll do one more. I am looking at Tesla in this consolidation area. You can see that back and forth. We are, in a tight range. If that downtrend channel, if I end up breaking above it and it consolidates, what I want to do is show you that trend from that pivot point or the signal alert. You can see this, there's this channel and there's this one right here. If I end up breaking that 18 SMA and coming back to here, I'm expecting to come back to the backside of this in case if it does not fall further down. Remember, the news is already out on the tariff. Most people are worried about it. I know I have the uptrend channel no longer valid. You can see it, remove it. I consider this as a 1, a 2, and a 3 bottom. If it's going to fall, it's going to fall further to the back end of this wedge and eventually find support. But if I end up breaking, I'm looking for the other side in. Let's look at Google. I won't do Google, but I'll just show you that one of the alphabets. You can see we are in that downtrend channel. We are halfway. If I create a pitchfork from here to this range and come back up, we're holding this area of consolidation. If Google has an issue with, what's going on globally, as well as the Privacy Act and stuff. If it's going to get hit, it's going to get hit. If not, pay attention to that 18 and the backside of this channel. If not, you look for the backside on the backside of this channel down here in Google. Let's go now. Micro and Q, the Nasdaq 100. And what I want to do is show you that the NASDAQ 100 or the QQQ, you see it in that consolidation coming up, came back down, but it held inside that range. This is a very important area, which is the 50 to 17,920. In case I do clear the zero line in the backside of the monthly measured move from the prior month high to low, where we consolidated, rallied higher, I consider this like this area here is like a triple bottom. In case of a reverse, I'm looking for a consolidation and a breakout back to F5 and F6 in the 50 SMA. On the NASDAQ, we can do this on QQQ. We can see in QQQ, you can come down to that bottom of that channel. There's that gap. And the reversal, basically, if you clear this area, I'm thinking back to F6 in QQQ. You can see it in XLK. And I'll do one, oops, XLK. The tech sector, we can see that there's a gap here. There's two islands that I want to talk about. There's the tariff gap right here, which was retested here when we took off on Wednesday, came back down, went back up. If this gap fills and we clear the 5 SMA and the 18 and F3, I'm looking for the backside of this pivot where we broke down off to the backside of the 50% in XLK. SMA, semiconductor. It's a little bit weaker on the tech sector as well. You can see in the tech sector that there's a gap here. And this breakout, in case if we end up clearing the 18 SMA and coming up, we go up. If we fall back down, pay attention to the technicals. We are day traders as well as swing traders. Remember, I term. I don't talk about the swing trades. And what I want to go with is I'm going to do the micro ES, and I'm going to show you the measured move in it. You can do it on the SPY at the same time. So you can see that on the daily, what we did on the charts. So what I want to do, go to an intraday part. We're going to do 20 days. We're going to do 6 hours right here. And what I wanted to show is in this consolidation, if I take all these Fibonacci's off for the monthly, we're going to remove them. Let's just remove them all. So we have a clean chart. We know where the gap is right here due to the tariff and the tweets. I don't think there's going to be much unless really bad news comes out in the global market. We can see this was a short week from Sunday. This is my high. This is my low. My measured move is very simple. I usually do the weekly. Most people are going to grab this high to this low and measure it. What I want to do is look at the weekly range on a tight area from that consolidation. So this is my weekly high from Monday last week to the Wednesday's low of last week. I want to extend it back to at least 10 or 15 days. You can see the daily chart here. It says 14. I can go back, let's say, to 505. And I will have the extensions on either side of the charts so I know where my levels are. I know this bottom is very important back here of consolidation, this big candle here, the high and low of it. I know the 50% is somewhere in that range. If I'm going to get a breakout, I'm looking for the 200% to the upside and clear this area here and the tariff tweet that happened about 2 weeks ago. So this is very important in the trading to understand the measured move, and you have to use the breadth of the market as well as the ticks. If you have more questions, you want to learn a little bit more how to trade correctly, get in contact with us. We're here to help. Here's the number. Here's our websites. Take care. Enjoy your Easter, and talk to you guys on Monday.